Hello. Um, it is just me right now, so bear with me as I'm still doing this. I am restreaming and commentating at the same time. It's a miracle that I'm still doing this right now. We will get started very shortly. We are very close. Um, I'll just do countdown. I'll mute myself for a little bit while I adjust a little bit of timers and things, and then I'll unmute, and hopefully we'll be in a good spot. Prologue chapter 1 won't be too big of a deal for me to do that little multitasking for a little bit. But once it's, set and good, we should be fine. You know, I have enough time. So, I definitely want some people rooting for me. So, wish me luck. I'm going to start countdown very shortly. Okay. Scrublord is still setting up, so that gives me an opportunity. Cool. So how are you feeling? Feeling good? Yeah, I'm running the whole show. Means I can say whatever I want. It's gonna be great. Oh, also forgot to turn on desktop audio. There totally was sound playing the whole time, I swear. There it is. Okay. There. Okay, I'm getting ready from both players. Okay, timers are good for now, so we're definitely rolling at this point. I'm just gonna do what I can, commentating now. So yeah, both players eating Chapter 1, doing their things. Moving on through. Oh, a little mess up there from Moose. You know, of course, always tell me what, if I need to adjust anything, because multitasking is hard. But yeah, it seems stable right now. We're doing good. We're just gonna keep on going through Chapter 1. Scrublord's just a little bit ahead right now. Gonna be the first one out of here. Moose not too far behind. We are still very close. I think my mic's a bit too quiet. There we go. That's a better volume. Okay. So starting out in Chapter 2, and we're both still very close. Still really close going in the battle line chase sequence right now. Yeah, they are in sync. I'm not like, I have full control over timers, and I don't even need to do anything right now because this is completely synced in the movement. I don't even know how they're doing this right now. It's insane what's happening, and I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. We're at McDonald's. Thank you. Thank you for telling me I'm doing great. I'm trying. And you were seeing this right now. We're moving through the awake section. We've got some really nice stuff going on. Just getting here with these, all of the wave dashes. Oh, Moose hitting a Moose hitting a Scrublord, a spring. Scrublord is in the form of a spring today. And we're gonna go into Chapter 3 now. Yeah, I have chat open at the same time. I'm doing what I can. Honestly, I have chat open because I need to know. I need feedback, because it is hard to tell how stable everything is being while I'm also commentating. Especially being the only one commentating. You know, if I'm co-commentating and doing this, it's fine. But it's a lot harder doing this. Oh, Moose taking a quick death there at the beginning here. So we're actually going to get a pull ahead from Scrublord. Let's do a little audio switch. Can I do this? Can I do this without breaking the stream? Let's see. Okay, we seem good. So, you know, that's happened. So you know, we got Scrublord with a pretty good lead right now. Just a couple screens ahead, not too much. This is definitely still a very close race. I actually, why am I doing this to myself? But I'm also gonna go into statistic world right now. See if things are going on well in statistics world. Seriously, why am I doing this to myself? I feel like I just like broke the stream because it's off screen for me, right? I can't even see what's going on, and I'm so scared to look back and just see it's completely ruined. But anyway, yeah, Scrublord and Moose are very close together in the standings, so it is definitely you know, like, that is definitely showing here today. And I go back to the stream and still say, well, what is happening? Both players moving through. We got both very close together still after the first part of the big mess. I'm gonna adjust mic a little bit here. Sounds levels. Okay. Timers have gotten desynced a little bit, but I don't care too much right now. They're close enough. You know, we still got the very clear lead from Scrublord. Only a couple seconds still. Wait, have I been cursing? I hope I haven't been cursing. I don't think I have been. Okay. Now I gotta add that to my thing of multitasking, is making sure I'm not cursing while doing this, because apparently I might have been. I'm sorry if I was. So anyway, we're gonna be going into Demo Dash now. You know, got Scrublord first one to get over here. Sets up for, oh, is gonna die. Moose is able to get it in the first try, and he has taken the lead. Scrublord, this has definitely been his weakest trick in the run. So it's definitely gonna be the case right today. Sorry for all the cursing. I did not mean it. Okay, moving back over to Moose's sound now, because he is clearly ahead, as Scrublord is failing in his usual worst chapter, unfortunately for him. I'm sorry, Scrublord. I know it's your worst chapter. You gotta get it better. And you know it too, so. Okay. So yep, Moose is gonna be first one out of here. Gonna be getting a, I did not see the timer time. That's a good time. Okay. I'm being, you know, I got too chill. That's why I cursed. I'm sorry. You know, I got so much going on right here. I'm not gonna dwell on it. But either way, we're starting on chapter 4. He's out here in the beginning, a little bit ahead, I think. 8:10 on the screen. It actually possibility from the timers, it might be possible. Nope, definitely Moose is definitely ahead here. Very good strategies coming out from both players. Chapter 4, very short, but it's very, like, it definitely separates the men from the boys. Yeah, it's just a really rough resort for Scrublord, unfortunately, so it has caused the gap that we are seeing right now. Scrublord always had trouble with the demo dashes throughout the league this season. I like a stable stream. I like not messing this up, so I'm just gonna, you know, I'm really only responding to chat if they're telling me something's wrong in my stream. I'm not gonna say it on mic. Okay. Ooh, Moose gonna be messing up a little bit there. I got a savior. I have a savior. I can do something. Oh, I'm gonna mute for a second while I set this up. Funny, gotta say my frame request faster than that as we are in Moose on the final screen for Moose. Gonna be moving on through, gonna be able to get to the end. Very good times here. We got 2:56, actually not the greatest time, but still a very good time. Promise. And he accepted my friend request. I'll go back to meeting now. Okay, hopefully he will join us soon, but until then, it will just be me, and once he is here, I will reveal who it is.
Hello.
Oh, it's here. He is here, guys. We got Skyhopper's with us. Thank you for being here.
No problem. Looks like we got a pretty close. Well, actually, Moose is kind of the lead here. Interesting.
Yeah, Moose got a lead from a kind of a struggling chapter 3 from Scrublord, as tends to be the case from him. You know, just the demo dash is always getting the better of him.
Right. Is he still going for that quick setup that he used to go for, or is he taking his time now? Oh, a rough death from Scrublord. So Scrublord definitely not making up any time with this 5A. We'll see how Bub's drop goes for Moose though. This will really determine how big of a lead he has. Alright, Moose coming up on Bub's drop. Oh, missing it. Now here is a massive opportunity for Scrublord to get right back in it. They're in the same room now. If Scrublord gets, excuse me, not quite. But Moose misses demo dash, or Bub's drop again. Alright, Scrublord, what do you got? And he takes the lead. Such a punishing trip. And Moose, a third miss.
This is not looking good right now.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Oh, although Scrublord taking a pretty bad death himself. Moose getting it 4th try. Not at all what he wanted.
No,
that's
going
to be at least 30 seconds of time lost just from Bub's drop. Completely ruining the lead that he built up.
Right, you are. We're gonna have that audio switch. I know you can't hear it, Sky, but it did happen. I promise you. Yeah, we're just gonna be going into the mirror now on the side of Scrublord. Moose just a little bit behind, you know. Dealing with those Bub's drops definitely cause a bit of trouble.
For having first try bubs drop, this 5B is not particularly good for Scrublord. He hasn't been playing very clean to extend the lead that he's just now gotten. Whereas Moose, aside from the obvious major mistake with bubs drop, has actually been playing the chapter pretty well. Oh, and if Scrublord keeps taking deaths like that, that'll equalize it again pretty quick. They're in the same room, or they were for a second, although it was a pretty long room. Alright, on to the Mixmaster Theo section.
Yes. It truly is my favorite name for him. Mixmaster Theo on the mic.
Yeah, you know, interesting. Did you know that they, probably way out of the loop on this, but they actually made like a real Instagram for Theo that
No, I'm
they,
on the loop for that. I know that.
I wasn't out. I was out of the loop for a long time.
Oh, you were out of the loop. I'm sorry.
I was, yes.
Yeah. Ooh, Moose actually dropping Theo there. And Scrublord, yep, gonna be the first one out. 243 on that chapter, including the successful bubs drop there on that timer. So that was really well done there.
Well, unfortunately, yeah, not only did Moose miss bubs drop 3 times, but his whole Theo section in 5B was responding to some extra time loss there, unfortunately.
Again, the first try on the lake skip. Keeping that lead going, and oh, got the bit of the alternate strategies. I actually may start adapting that. I've seen that a lot on Scrublord's side, that like not using the Kevin block, just using the dash cancel, extended dash cancels to get over there. Well, meanwhile, Moose having a bit of trouble with the lake skips. Sorry, I'm not giving you any whole sky hopper.
That's okay. It looks like some clean movement. My video call is like the quality has dropped very significantly. Is that on my end?
It is not on your end. I actually do see that now looking out over at the Discord. I apologize for that, but I can't really do much for it. The stream is stable, so I promise you they're fine.
Okay.
Just
well,
bear with it for a little while.
Yeah, with the 6 pixels that I can see here.
I'm sorry.
No, it's alright. No problem.
Yeah, I have other things on my plate.
Fully understand. Meanwhile, Scrublord and Moose both making their way through the 6th chapter, of course, as you all know.
And the ping looks fine. I don't know what's going on with the video.
Yeah, I'm sorry about this.
I mean, it's really, I'm sorry about this for you. Like, I'm trying to find it. Hold on. I'm just gonna do this.
Oh, nope.
I'm just gonna restart it. And that didn't fix anything. Cool.
No, alright. It's alright. Don't worry about it. I'll make do. Scrublord making his way through towards the mini water section. Getting real close to Battle and Boost, and of course the battle and boss fight. The climactic, I would argue that it's the climax of the story right here. Not quite the climax of the run though. I think I'd have to give that to some. Alright, I believe Scrublord got Battle and Boost right there.
Yeah, that looked successful. We got Moose coming up on it very shortly as we're getting through some chaos. It's a whole different experience for me, Sky. Like, I know, like, you know, as a commentator, you don't get any of the sounds of the stream, but I'm just listening to everything, and I'm like, oh my god, it's beautiful.
Yeah, Moose, though, actually missing a Battle and Boost. That's not something you see from runners too often. I think the league success rate's about 85%. Kind of goes to show that he might be playing a little bit shaky despite his great start to the run. However, he's not altogether too far behind. Big comebacks in Summit are not unheard of at all. Recently, Melee came back from a 22-second deficit going into Summit, and ended up winning the race by, I believe, 25 seconds or so. So that was a 45-second swing. Really proof that there is a lot that can happen in the final chapter here. And a lot that can happen still in Reflection as well. Although based on how Scrublord is playing this fight, I don't think too much of a lead is going to change. And the final phase, you could say, of the battle and fight is Scrublord. Moose, I can't read the timers, unfortunately, but I'm guessing he's about 30 seconds behind.
I'll read them for you. Don't worry. What we're looking at? Because like I said, the live stream quality is perfect, so I don't know why Discord's being so weird. But we're going with it. But yeah, the timers. Scrublord at 20, just hit 2040 on the file timer. Moose just hit it now. So if that helps you.
Okay, I think Scrublord hit or delivered the final hug to Battlin at 2049.
Yeah, roughly. I'll give you the final time here for Sky. Sky, I'll tell you what it is. We're at roughly in the 540s right now for the chapter time. And
okay.
And yeah, hitting it exactly 550 on that chapter time.
It's so funny. It's like this is reminding me of like not having my contact lenses.
Right?
Like
I'm sorry.
Have other people be like, okay, this is this.
It looks fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think Moose did in fact lose even more time in Reflection though. So he, is going to have a literal and a metaphorical mountain to climb here if he wants to take the first rate. Could you read Moose's final Reflection time there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was paying attention to another ad that I got. Apparently, Moose Sushi might be joining us shortly, and I might be relieved entirely, which would be very nice.
Yeah.
But I'll. Yes, it is. As evident by things that have happened. But we're moving through it. It is going to be you and me for the remainder of this race, at least. Not going to try to figure out Masushi stuff during this stuff, although I could.
I think it's all right. I think we can finish off one summit with the grainy video. It's all right. I'm glad that the stream is, as always, in very good quality. Shoutouts to the restreamers for consistently being able to produce that high quality stream. Anyway, I should probably talk about the game. Scrublord finishing up his 500 meter section. Moose in the same section as well. So I haven't noticed too many particularly costly mistakes on either side so far. Scrublord seems poised to finish off this race. We'll see if he can follow through. Oh, there's fairly quick death from Moose though. That is the room where the only room in which TGH died in his recent 2755. So never should feel too bad about dying in that room. Anyway, Scrublord making his way through the dream blocks, probably getting the super cool hypers out of them. I can't really tell myself, but given that his quality as a runner, I'm sure that he's getting lots of them. Oh, Moose dashing too early. I had to get on top of the dream block to get his dash back. Interesting. Not too costly a mistake, of course. Anyway, Scrublord is making his way through some of the longer rooms in 1500 meters right now. This is where historically people have kind of lost their nerve a bit. That said though, Scrublord may not be the nervous type because he just cleared those beautifully. He is now a majority of the 1500 meter section ahead of Moose. And I of course sound a bit like a broken record, but Moose cannot catch up just based on his own play. The lead is a little bit too much for that. Scrublord is going to have to make some mistakes, and he's just not making them so far. Despite a poor start to the race, he has actually finished off very strong. Quality did that there, so that's nice. Not that any of you viewers care too much about that. Both runners in 2000 meters. Moose with a death there as well. Oh, and we have Sushi here. Oh, maybe not quite yet. He was in the call for about a second.
Yeah, like I said, do not want him commenting just yet. I do not want to deal with that. I also probably am going to just restart the call to hope that helps with the video quality for you guys for next race.
Alright, thanks, Troy.
So yeah, we're gonna, just move it on through. I'm still here for a little bit, as we got 2,000 meters and 2,500 meters to go.
Yeah, Moose with a little bit of swag there in the auto scroller. Taking an unnecessary detour, but it looked pretty cool, so I don't blame him.
I'm gonna try for a sync. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, their in-game timers never got too unsynced. They were taking about the same time between chapters. Usually runners tend not to do that, and there ends up being a pretty big difference. Alright, Lord already through with key skip as Moose is getting to 2,500 meters.
There it is. There's the sync. Okay. Oh, taking a quick death on Scrublord's side.
Yeah, unfortunately, those are the kind of mistakes. Oh, but a death right at the start of 2,500 meters for Moose as well.
Moose is catching up though. These deaths are coming from Scrublord still, and it's definitely still possible. This is still very close.
That said, he made it through first skip with no problems. Now this kind of battle in Orb Room here is actually what gave Tri-Kitty so much trouble when he lost a big lead in Summit. No such trouble for Scrublord though. And man, if Moose keeps on making the exact same mistakes that Scrublord does, like he just did there in the thread of the needle room, that doesn't bode well for his ability to catch up, of course.
Right. I mean, as you say that, though, we are both going to be in 3,000 meters very shortly. Who's still handling the final screen 2,500, of course, but is almost there. And, you know, downdraft can have some annoying deaths.
For sure. Especially something to watch for is when he gets to flags 13 and 14. Those are some of the places in Summit where the mistakes are the most costly. He looks to be a pretty quick death from Scrublord there. Could have been worse. He's about eight or nine flags ahead of Moose right now. Although that's not always a consistent way to measure how far they are apart, considering how different the flags can be in length.
Right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did the stream quality on call get better?
It did get better. It's still great. I can definitely see the timers now.
Cool.
Oh,
But I'll still restart it, but yeah.
Moose had to do about a dozen neutral jumps. I don't even think I'm exaggerating to get up on that platform. Oh, a death on one of the longest flags.
Yeah, we're now in the updraft section, which is a very punishing area to die in.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. The developers gave you a mechanic, the upward wind, which in some ways makes it easier, and they kind of balance it out by spacing out the flags more than they did in other sections. This feels so good to play in the updraft sections.
Yeah, there's some satisfying areas. It does feel like flying, even more so than the feather in some cases, because the feather is annoying to control on keyboard. I'm a keyboard player.
I played this game on controller myself and never even used the D-pad. So
now I know why you don't speedrun this game.
Yeah, there. The amount of times I thought I was going diagonal, but apparently not. Anyway, Scrublord, though, in the final screen, looks like he has got this race wrapped up.
He got on that final flag. Very close to his PB. He got a 29.54 recently. He said that in the chat. You weren't here for it, but I was, and yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, that's actually incredible, considering how much trouble he had with Chapter 3.
Oh, no, sorry, not Scrublord, Moose. I'm talking about Moose. I mixed up people.
Oh, Moose got a 29.54, you said?
Yeah. I mixed up people names. Things happen.
Still, though, a 30.02 is a great time for Scrublord.
Yeah.
And I wonder what he could have gotten there with a better Chapter 3 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Moose also finishing up, really not too far behind. Looks like it's going to be 35 seconds or so of a difference, 33. So a fairly close race. And really, if it weren't for those 3 Bubstrop misses from Moose, it would have been very, very even. So kind of hate to see that. Bubstrop misses are the most painful thing to watch in Celeste run. But still a very respectable time for Moose, showing that this is likely going to be a very close race all the way through. I'm certainly expecting this to go 2-1. But as it stands right now, Scrublord taking a 1-0 lead over Moose. Okay. Yeah. All right. So it looks like we're going to get Sushi into the call as well, as the runners get ready for their second race.
Right.
He's in the call. Oh, there.
I've received the baton. I'm in.
There he is. All right.
How are you doing, Skyhopper?
I'm doing pretty good. That was pretty interesting race to start with. Big lead change in Temple. Not
That's
sure
how
how
it
it
is
went to the
sometimes.
yeah, and three Bubs drop misses from Moose, and ended up losing by 32 or 33 seconds. So really, that was the whole difference between them in the end.
I mean, yeah, unfortunately, you can get the movement down, but if you can't jump on those 2 frames, then it's a big focus point. Not too much other matters once you're in that 5B. But hopefully, Moose will be able to cope with that as we head into game 2.
Yeah, for sure. Do you happen to know Moose's PB was a 29.54, so if he a better Temple and he would have been very close to even with it.
Yeah, for sure. Both of these players are very, very hot off of a sub 30. Scrublord getting it within the week, I think, and Moose getting it like an hour ago, something like that, like
Oh
right
wow!
before this race.
So he's warmed up for sure. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna have to head out for just a bit. I think I'll probably miss the second race. I'm really sorry to leave you right after you got here, um, but I wasn't quite planning on commentating today. Jumped in at the last second, but I will probably be back for the race 3.
All right. Well, now that all the losers are gone, it's just Chad territory here. Me, Scrublord, and Moose. We're gonna get right into this one, hopefully sooner rather than later. Um, Again, my name is going to be Sushi. We're gonna be watching this match here. That Scrubboard is trying to find out how to use the menu here. It's probably one of the harder parts of the game. This game's really known for its movement, but that keyboard is probably one of the most peculiar things to get around, because while it may look like you can just type it in on your normal computer keyboard, you actually have to navigate through that entire thing, and it's very obnoxious. So hopefully we can see Scrublord overcome that. Moose already off on the lead. He has that file name typed in straight ready. No breaks on that man. Eh.
Okay, I'm coming. People can hear me. Yeah.
Okay, well, now that Scrublord has finally come up to par with Moose, we'll see if Moose takes that advantage based off of typing that file name. It's the small things that really matter in this game, but
Okay, I came back.
he
They can
came
hear
back.
They can hear me.
Hello, Troy of Athens.
Hey, they can't see that I've come in yet. I mean, the commentary thing doesn't say my name.
Wait, who? What's that ominous voice I'm hearing?
It's that one.
Wait, who?
Oh,
Huh?
there it is.
What?
There it is.
Oh, Jesus. Hi, Troy. I didn't see you there.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of seeing you, am I gonna see you at Pace?
You are gonna see me at Pace.
Wait, what even is Pace? Hold on.
You say it, cause I gotta do a countdown.
Oh, okay. Well, Pace is GSA's live event, and it's gonna have the league finals for this game that you're seeing right now, as well as Super Mario 64 70 Star and Super Mario Odyssey, as well as other cool speedrun stuff. There's a command that's in the title, so you should type those. Cool. Speaking of cool, Moose hit the button, the begin button, so he's in the prologue. Scrublord's gonna be joining him on that begin button.
And I no longer have to deal with things too much, so I'm here again.
Epic.
Yeah.
All right, welcome to the prologue. So at the end of this bridge here, it's gonna fall down, and they're actually gonna. This bird is gonna teach them how to dash, and it's the only unskippable cutscene in the game. Wait.
How do I play this game? I understand.
Okay. No, wait. That does. We go back.
Wait,
Hold on.
I need to know
You can't do
what is the dash button?
Okay, so in this game you jump and climb. That's the only.
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
you do.
There's nothing. Wait,
No.
wait.
What? Dude,
What is
I
this?
did not. I signed up to commentate Celeste. I don't know what this is.
Okay.
I haven't played this game before, Troy.
Yeah, you're
Do you
totally.
like it?
Not, I mean, clearly, people can bop you on the leaderboards. You've never played this before.
Yeah, Okay, well, Scrublord doesn't know what spikes are. I even know what that one is. Those kill you, so that's gonna give Moose a quick extension of his skill. As he's gonna be able to triumph above him in the time. But yeah, I'm kind of perplexed. I'm really confused what's going on here. I think it'd be really better if they didn't skip the cutscenes.
You're amazing at how long you commit to a bit. It really is insane. We are getting. Yeah, define bit for me, please. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, Moose gonna be fishing out just a little bit ahead, like a fraction of a second ahead. But we're also gonna get, I think that was some stream.
Troy, those are 2 seconds.
Ah, okay. Those. Hey. Fractions where the divisor, where the quotient is more than the divisor is still a fraction.
Alright, acting like I know what you just said,
The top
we're gonna go
is
into
bigger
Old
than the
Site.
bottom.
Yes. So here in Old Site, Moose is going to try to retain his lead as we go into the mirror. And Dream Blocks just basically extend your dash. They're pretty cool. They're kind of slow. Later in the run, we hyper dash out of them. But there's just a lot of movement in this chapter. More so than any of the other chapters. This chapter doesn't have any like gimmicky stuff. Not a lot of very challenging strategies. Except for this one we might see here coming out of Moose. No, he's taking it easy. Both of them opting to do a Dream Block double jump. Rather than, there is a trick that some runners go for that's like a 3-pixel window if you just do 2 up left dashes. It's pretty cool, but...
And we really are seeing a little bit of a similar pattern here right now, at least from the first race, where Moose is managing to pull ahead. It seems that Scrublord's early game is really the part where he struggles with, and it's showing that Moose is able to take that lead, even though we are synced, as I say that.
So probably the most terrifying thing in this game here is seeing 5 battle lines hyper. So thankfully we won't be seeing that again.
Yeah, there's a one-time deal.
I can tell you, as a speedrunner of the game, it is the most like intimidating thing when you mess up in that room and you have 5 battle lines hyper dashing and you just don't know where it's gonna go. You don't know how to recover. You're just done for. I don't know. But thankfully our runners do not have to deal with that grim reality. As they do have to deal with the awake section though. But pretty smooth for both of our runners actually. 147s for both of them. So Moose is going to maintain that 2-second lead out of City. Be proud of your death count. The more you die, the more you're learning. Keep it up. I think Scrublord showed us some deaths last round. He had like 20-something deaths. I would definitely say that's a high number for runners of these caliber, but Scrublord is definitely more of a reckless runner when it comes to his strategies he likes to go for.
Yeah, I gotta question that last sentence of that card. Keep it up? Are they telling me to keep my death count up? Like...
Yeah, you're learning. Learning's good.
Okay, I guess.
It's like when you're taking a high school class, and the high school teacher's like, yeah, no, ask questions. And then you ask a question and the entire class, including the teacher, bullies you. You know?
I mean, I feel like...
Just me?
I mean, I remember those days, but I'm sure you're definitely more familiar with it right now than I am.
No, I'm in middle school. elementary school, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when was that birthday? I don't remember that.
But our runners seem to be the exact same age because they're just as wise when it comes to beating this game, and older people are wiser. I think that's how it works. Don't quote me.
Yet again, something you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You don't know that experience yet. But we do have Moose and Scrub going through the big mess section. It's gonna be some fun stuff having. Oh, missing a couple wall bounces here and there, and just like little things. And yeah, the big mess, causing a big mess.
Oh, I love making that joke every single time. The huge mess section is a huge mess, and it's quite fitting.
Yeah, it's
really.
aptly named.
I mean, the section really has it all. We go to that central room 3 to 4 times, do it a lot of times, and there's just a lot of really tight movement in there that's really easy to lose time on. In these little subsections that we enter, there are a ton of psycho rooms that are easy to die on. So the section really has it all. It's a nice snippet of like what Celeste speedrunning is like.
We are still very much neck and neck though, coming out of the third section of the big mess. Second section. I know my areas.
Yeah, not too much to say. These runners are just, I mean, they're not making mistakes, but again, I guess that's what you'd expect, because I don't think I've ever seen a speedrunner make a mistake in a speedrun, so.
No, they never happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting to a place where I thought there were some mistakes. I may be wrong, everything a speedrunner does is intentional, obviously, so maybe they meant to die at demo dashes, I don't know, but there were some deaths at demo dash last time, so.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think the TAS is ahead, so they might have made a couple of mistakes. But that's pretty weird. I might have to check that out later. But for right now, they're keeping neck and neck, but maybe one of them's gonna break their neck when it comes to this trick. Moose not taking the checkpoint, as he doesn't need it. The demo dash.
Moose, I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, I was multitasking too much to remember if it was first try from Moose again last time, but I'm pretty sure he has been checkpointless and probably 100% success rate. Like, or very close to it. Like, he is either right now 11-0 or 11 and 12. 11 and 1 rather. Like 11 successes, 1 fail. One of those two, and both of them would be incredibly impressive.
Yeah, he's pretty good at the video game. That trick, of course, is technically pixel perfect. While if you do line up, oh, Scrublord, not landing on that spring. Unless you got a cute little corner boost. That's unfortunate, but if you line up on the right pixel when attempting the demo dash, actually depending on your sub-pixel position, at most you will have 8 frames of leniency to perform the trick. I mean, at your worst, I think you have 4 or 2 frames.
There are sub-pixels
Something like that.
in this game?
There are sub-pixels in this game.
You learn something
Super
new
Mario
every
Brothers
day.
1, boy.
I was like, what? There are sub-pixels?
Yeah, there's actually a really cool infographic that someone thinks Spirialis made. It's pretty cool. I'll show it to you sometime, Troy.
Cool, I'll learn so much and still have terrible times on all my ILs.
But don't worry, we don't have any frame perfect tricks for like a whole nother chapter, so we're good. Golden Ridge,
Yeah, Moose maintaining the lead as we are in the Golden Ridge. I mean, there's nothing really here that's gonna really, I feel, trip up the players too much. And as I say that, we get a minor death from Moose.
Yeah, I mean, there's zooming. Scrublord came into some minor deaths when it came to Demo Dash and Oshiro, but other than that, we're cruising. They're cruising. We're cruising with them, you know? It's a team effort at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm just kind of sailing forward. So now that you're fully acquainted with the dash, I assume we know we're at chapter 4 now. How you feeling about the runners?
Ooh, I don't know. Just by Scrublord having the word, like his name is Scrublord, you'd anticipate him to be the loser right off of that, right? But he's definitely putting up a fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
But last time I checked also, like Moose, I've not seen a Moose play video games, nonetheless Celeste, but he really does seem to be defying the expectation, the norm put on Moose. So, good for him. I'd love to see more Moose in speedrunning. You just don't know how to react to that.
I mean, no, that was a great fill. So that was like, I can't say anything else to it. I can't add.
All right.
I mean, yeah, we gotta get more mammals in here. That's all I gotta say. Get other animals in here to play with us.
We have a bear in the league, a flare bear.
I mean, we have raw fish in the league.
Oh, that's true too. Man, I never thought about it like that. Ooh, Moose almost hitting that snowball.
Yeah, Moose playing it very dangerously right now. I think he was like a little bit behind on his movements, but still just went with it, and it worked out.
It all works out in the end sometimes. Yeah, both of our runners are actually going to have very good Golden Ridge splits. Hypothetically, if I were to run the game, and hypothetically, if I were to have a 28 time, you know, like a 1044 Ridge split from Moose is very good pace. And a 1052 from Scrublord is also very exceptional, so I definitely think these runners are probably a couple of standard deviations above the mean at this point.
Do you even know what those words mean?
I'm not sure, actually.
Okay, cool.
Welcome to Chapter 5 A-Side. So, the A-Side is actually really cool because we get to do this thing called, this checkpoint called Search, where you get to go get 3 keys. And it's really cool. I think some people are talking about a way to skip it. Something like that. I'm not sure. Did someone say yeet?
No, neither of us did.
Okay. I just thought I heard a voice or something.
Yeet!
That was weird. I heard it again. Alright, our runners here are just... This is actually a really nice, like, gentleman showcase because this game is, like, very well thought out in terms that it has a lot of collectibles. So I think the runners, like, before the run, they might have, like, said, hey, as a joke, oh, Moose, that was not a joke. That was not funny. Dashing down instead of down left, eating the dust. That's gonna give Scrublord the lead for the first time in the race, I believe. But yeah, it looks like as a joke, like the runners like got the collectible, so that's really funny. I don't know what Scrublord is doing though. That's he's doing the B side. Wait, what? Moose is joining. This is very.
I mean,
weird.
it looks like he's practiced it too. Like,
yeah, this is. Huh.
Oh, Moose showing. Yeah, he's been inexperienced for this right now. So maybe this isn't the right thing. Maybe maybe this still is gentleman's agreement.
Right, Scrublord's gonna get the key here.
Oh yeah, okay.
Maybe he took the wrong path. Maybe he got the wrong key. I don't know. Oh no, he's still going there. It must have been like a misinput or something. But Moose is gonna go get the key here up in this room.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait. Scrublord needs to retry. Wait, why are we here now?
Troy, I don't know what this game is, dude.
It's fine.
I'm gonna be real with you. Oh my god, Scrublord barely slipped past that axe. But
Yeah.
this is really weird because up here he needs like a bubble to go up through those spikes. So I don't know how he's going to get around that. Okay.
You know,
alright.
jumping on spikes, obviously. Like, the spikes don't have hitboxes. It's cool.
Alright, Moose finally is coming up to par with him when it comes to hitting a 2-frame input, but Scrublord has gotten well over his run so far from just the chapter 5. So if he's able to maintain his, if he's able to make insignificant mistakes for the rest of the chapter, he's looking to actually have a very convincing lead going to chapter 6. But
I mean, we do also have about a 10-second timer desync going on.
Troy just loves to ruin my fun.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to be accurate for the people.
You know what? Wanna know what the people want? The people want Moose to hit that button. And that Seeker is gonna blow up Scrublord. I actually don't know what the people want. I don't know if I can speak on behalf of the people. Am I a people?
A people. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh my god, Moose dies on the fall. What is he doing? He has to start all the way at the top of that room again. That can be a double-digit second death. A death that takes double-digit amount of time in the unit of seconds. Very unfortunate, but Scrublord, he does not know how to do this room. I don't know what's happening. Notoriously known as the Seeker Gauntlet, as we have 3 sections here, or 4 sections, with Seekers in all of them, but he's struggling a lot. He's taking it very slow now. Slow and steady will win the race. But Moose is going to be catching up off of this probably, if he doesn't bonk his head there off that Seeker boost, which thankfully he's going to be able to recover from. Nothing too severe for him as he enters the Theo section. Scrublord completing the self-coined impossible room by Theo himself. As he grabs the crystal heart. Thought it was Paper Mario, but it's just mirror magic. And Moose is going to be finding much more success in this small Seeker Gauntlet room, as he is going to pounce through the rest of 5B, but Scrublord is going to actually have a head start into chapter 6 here, so we're going to see how he uses that advantage. Hopefully it's not going to be failing leg skip multiple times. Moose clocking in behind Scrublord. Some missed Bubs drops attempts there, but overall, not the worst 5B I've seen. Scrublord going for leg skip, hits it once, misses it. Second try will be the charm there. It's like Moose is taking a breather after that, chapter 5. Be a bit annoyed after those Bubs drops failures and that 5A misdirect, but he'll have to get over it, and hopefully sooner rather than later, because we are racing people, we are gaming.
Yes. We are Kevin blocking.
Yeah. You know, it's been theorized since the start of this game, the world-renowned reflection skip. But speaking of skips, Moose is struggling on leg skip here. Second try, just like Scrublord. But yeah, so like I was saying, if you haven't played this game before, the lore goes something like, you're trying to climb the mountain, and you keep climbing until the end of chapter 5, where Battleline actually punts you down to the bottom of the mountain. So, hypothetically, if you could befriend Battleline, she never hits you down to the bottom of the mountain, you could save the entire time of this chapter and the start of Summit combined, being an estimated 12 minutes of time save. Now, the problem with this is that a lot of speedrunners don't know how to socially interact with people, so we haven't really gotten hip with Battleline on how to defuse the situation, but it's still a skip in the works. Hopefully we can have it done by the end of the league. That would be very cool to see in the finals.
You know, I never even heard of that theory, and that, you know, it makes a lot of sense. If, you know, if we could just become friends with someone, we can prevent them from having us fall down the entire mountain. But till then, still got this.
The fun fact is that the game actually takes place in a fictional place. It's called Canada. And in this fictional place of Canada, you actually can't have coffee, because we've theorized before in Chapter 2, Old Site, the first half of the chapter, the first minute 30, you spend asleep. And we're thinking, hypothetically, if we could give Madeline some coffee at the start, she would be great to go, and you'd skip that minute 30, she would never fall asleep. However, when you try to import coffee into the game crashes, so it's really unfortunate.
how did you try to import coffee into the game?
Well, I'm not a modder, so I can't tell you, but some people have put in the work, put in the numbers.
Oh, I assumed you
can
might
assure
have just
you.
tried like poured coffee onto the computer, and I think I would take a guess as to why that would crash the game, but you know, I'm not like the most tech savvy, so maybe it could work.
Yeah, actually, I'll forward that strat to the testers.
Right, yeah.
That theory of yours, but now into the real thing. Since we are not able to defuse the situation with Battleline, we're gonna have to beat her up. It's the only rational way to do things, really. Yeah, so far when we look at out of Golden Ridge, I believe Moose had like a little under a 10-second lead, and now it's going abysmally for him. He's really struggling to catch up to Scrublord after the bub shop failures.
Yeah, it'll give us a sync at the beginning of Summit, but like right now, it definitely seems that Scrublord has taken the lead with this. It's you know, the same story as I was seeing in the first race. We got the early game being a little bit messy from Scrublord, but able to keep it stable and just go through on the late game. And I'll just keep saying words until she hasn't responded to my last thing.
Sorry, I'm sleeping. Sleeping hard on the competition.
It's okay, you found the coffee, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's what we're trying out here. It's not working so well.
It's okay.
I think I might have accidentally taken NyQuil.
Aw. Not sponsored by NyQuil. But we are sponsored by these guys right here, doing some really good stuff with these movements.
They sponsor us?
I don't know, maybe?
Yo, shouts to Moose and Scrublord for sponsoring us.
Yo, shoutouts to me for getting the definition of sponsored.
Moose taking a cycle slower on that bad line room. But, Scrublord, I mean, we're talking a lot about how Moose is struggling, but credit to where credit is due. Scrublord is playing chapters 5 and 6 exceptionally. Like, definitely, even if Moose was playing well, he'd still probably be like even with Scrublord right now. Scrublord, I think, is actually on pretty good pace. PBable pace at that.
Yeah, I'll have to get word as to what Scrublord's PB is, but you know, like, that was a 5:49 chapter time.
That is very good for him, I do believe. But at least I know according to Speedrun.com, which it has been recently updated, it is a 29:48, which that's like in the range of like a little bit under a 9-minute summit for him. So, of course, the summit is a peculiar chapter in the sense that it's you can play 20 minutes of the game well, but these 8 will prove to be the hardest minutes of your life if you just get caught sleeping. But hopefully Scrublord took the coffee. I guess while we do have some time, have I told you about another one of these route theories that I've talked about, Troy?
I mean, they all seem to be very, you know, like they definitely have some, they definitely could be reality, so I would definitely, you know, like to hear more of them.
Speaking of reality, Scrublord is struggling to come to terms with this reality as he misses his dash there, but will fortunately be able to recover.
Right.
But anyways, if you've noticed at the end of Reflection, Madeline levels up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're talking about if hypothetically at the end of the chapter 2 chase, if you were to kill Madeline right then and there, would you level up and get your second dash?
And how would you go about killing Battleline?
See, that's the problem that's not really figured out, but hypothetically, if you could, it would accelerate the speedrun a lot. I think you'd get enough experience. But that's just my 2 cents.
Okay. Should I try for a sync here?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think it'd be interesting enough that if I did it. I mean, we do have moves going through on the end of 500 meters here, but you know, like we got middles of 1,000 meters here, and there's a 20-second difference on the file timers, so there are possibilities here. I want to find them out.
Personally, I don't like my water from the sink. I like it from bottled sources, but
Give me a yes or no, MooseSR.
why is it my decision?
Cause damn it, I'm doing it.
Sink boys. Looks like Scrublord here is actually pause buffering. I've never seen this technique before. He's pausing so fast to the point where frames are not
You're
actually
trolling.
The game. He's really trying to hit the cycle here.
I'm kicking you soon.
Alright, looks like that strategy did work out well for him as he proceeds. But yeah, Moose is struggling. I think he just messed up some Dream Hypers. I would, again, based off this difference, I would not put him out of this race. However, it would take some cataclysmic, that's a big word I just used, cataclysmic mistakes from Scrublord to do it, but again, like I pointed out, something that's doesn't look like it's been completely ideal for Scrublord so far, but he is on a pace for sure.
Yeah, we still have both players who are fairly close. You know, they're still in the same section. But yeah, it's definitely looking to be Scrublord to, you know, keep this lead.
You know, like, it's not over till you hit that skip cutscene and the timer starts, but at what point do you put up the white flag? And honestly, with a distance like this, we could be seeing, like, Scrublord definitely has to make some mistakes before 3K if Moose wants a chance into this. And Moose, of course, has to play perfectly, which he's been struggling to do so far. I feel like a lot of runners struggle to play perfectly. I don't know what's the deal with that, because they play this game like for hours every day. You'd think you'd get good at it, but nah, they're just not even that good, so it's unfortunate. Scrublord taking the block on the auto scroller. I don't think I've ever seen this strategy before.
Crazy stuff. Yeah, both players moving through the 2,000 meter section. Oh, Moose taking the death in the only snowball room. And ooh, not quite finding the momentum that he needs right now. There it is. Both these players on really good times, though. We're into 2,500 meters at 25:30.
Usually my estimate, if I were going to my standards, usually from that point onwards, the game is about less than 4 minutes left. So if Scrublord plays to the MooseSR certified gold standard, then you will have a nice time up his alley. I think that's the expression I was looking for. But the only thing up his alley for right now is that key and a door. As he's gonna keep progressing, keep chugging along. As Moose is gonna follow suit, just finishing off 2K here. Oh my god, Scrublord forgot to hold climb. That is a rookie mistake at the end of quite a long room, and a simplistic room at that. This is not a room. You see mistakes like that often.
Right.
But just Scrublord's luck as he enters the door skip room. That's one. Will we see two? We always see two. I don't think I've ever seen someone ever mess up door skip.
Yeah,
Ever.
it doesn't happen. And again, you know, speedrunners don't make mistakes.
Yeah. It's actually funny because if a runner were to opt not to take door skip, they'd finish their run at about 2027, I think.
Yeah, it sounds
It's a
about
long
right.
time.
Yeah, you know, that's why I implemented it. I was really, like, slowing down tremendously from not using door skip, and then I started to put it in, and I was actually, you know, finishing runs.
Yeah, it's really crazy just how much of a difference one trick makes.
Like, you know, I'm still doing my runs from where I wasn't doing door skip right now. Like, as I'm speaking. But, you know, I stopped doing door skip, and I you know, I have a PP in there. Okay?
Well, speaking of door skip, Moose is going to land that, but speaking of PB, Scrublord, I believe, if I saw his timer right, oh my god, he needs some neutral jump. Those saves are coming in clutch for him so far. But I saw his timer, and he needs about a 3-minute 3K. I think I saw it a PB. I think. Do not quote me. But Moose is going to be following suit. He can probably surpass the time achieved from his first run in this race, but it is going to take Scrublord to probably break his controller if he wants to get back into it.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a possibility, but
it's in there. It definitely could, you know, like, it's as possible as you getting a sub 28, but you know, like, it.
okay, Troy. Also, I like totally, this is like 2 flags going on Scrublord, but I think he did a really cool strat. And I like totally slept on it, but because Troy was bullying me. But it's okay. It'll make it up when he gets this PB, right?
Yeah.
Right?
We are looking at some very good times. You know, we're at the flag number 9 at 28:37-ish.
This looks like it's gonna be a 29:30 from Scrublord if I don't Commentators curse him. So like I was saying here, Scrublord here has been playing perfectly for basically this entire summon as he hits off this spring out the wall. He's gonna be hitting that gem while bouncing off of that into the feather. Gonna be perfectly using analog movement here to race along that spike trail. He's doing well for himself, struggling up that wall, but we'll find a way up. As Moose is going to tap in on flag number 11, looks like the damage has almost been done as Scrublord skips flag number 2. A wall bounces up on his way, hits the spring. Another quick wall bounce onto these refresh gems. Moose tagging on flag number 9, but Scrublord 8 ahead of him as he reaches to the top of this summit here, clocking in right now 29:28. That timer is still live, still active, but Scrublord is going to make it stop in a matter of seconds as he skips the cutscene and finishes at a time of 29:35? 34.
34.
That is a very exceptional time, and I believe a PB from Scrublord. A very
That has
good
to
run.
be a PV.
And that's actually going to put him in 2 places higher at 9th place. Still 10 deaths on the board, but putting in numbers for sure. Over here,
I
just
definitely have
saying,
to
Moose.
say. Sorry,
Okay,
I
you
just-
talk, Troy. You talk.
Fine. Yeah, this is my stream. I say when people talk.
Yeah, no, all you.
Yeah, we do get the confirmation from Scrublord that is a PB, and I'm sure that Moose is definitely, you know, like, Moose definitely feeling like he's doing well too right now, and gonna be very proud, I'm guessing, for Scrublord, as, yeah, both players here both played very well today on these 2 races so far. We still got a 3rd one coming in, and now Scrublord getting a 12-second PB.
I mean, Scrublord's on it. He's killing it. 16 deaths from Moose. A little less deaths. I mean, we did see those bub shop failures that don't count as deaths, so it's 30 seconds right there, but it happens to the best of us.
we're playing in a day where both players are actually doing very well, and so it's just both sides just being like, I mess up one thing and it just is screwing over my whole time. And yeah, Moose not having a lot of fun with 5B. He did not really like his 5B performance, and he's saying that really was where it's falling apart.
But yeah, I mean, a PB, and especially of that magnitude, it was like 12 seconds. That's not something you see all the time in a no reset run.
It's also not something you see at this level either.
Yeah, we've seen runners squeeze out some puny ones, you know, less than 5 seconds, less than 10 seconds, but into the double digits. Scrublord just straight up flexing on Moose here.
Yes, the PBs on the boards are wrong. Moose actually does have a 29:54, I believe was the time that he said in the chat. I'll scroll back up.
Yes, Moose has a 29:54.
29:54. It's not on the boards, but it is something that he discussed with us before we started the races.
Yeah, it's not on the boards because he cheated in it, so... What?
I said not with... what you said.
Wait.
But yeah, it's not on the... It's not on the boards, but it was just said to me, and you know, and Scrublord. No one else is in the room when he said it, but I'm sure Mitsushi is able to scroll up to see the proof that he said it. I'll just pin it.
Oh, while I'm here, I'll show you that infographic. I'll get it up because it shows all these subpixel positionings for the demo dash. It's very nifty. Not nifty, but cool. That's what it's a synonym. That's what the word means.
You got to that part in English class?
I have no idea. I don't speak England. I speak American. But anyways, you can see that infographic there, Troy. There are actually 4 possible subpixel positions for each visible pixel. It's pretty woke.
This is too much data for me to take in right now. I'll download it later. I'll just copy that link and just put it in put it in bookmarks for me to look at later. Because that is a lot of words that I can't comprehend right. Yeah, it's even for my screen to actually render the whole photo. I'm getting like a 90s thing over here where the...
Would you like me to read it out for you? Because
no,
I definitely can do that.
I'm good.
How about I'll read it as the introduction when the trick approaches, alright? We'll have a nice dramatic reading of the 3A demo dash infographic.
I don't know.
I mean, of course, I'm sure both these runners will appreciate having that audio in their PB run because they're both going to PB this third race. I have the script right here. I have it right here. Fledervy versus TGH final, and Fledervy wins 6-0 because it's a best of 12.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how math works.
That's how it works.
Yeah. You can win a best of 12 with 6 wins. That's how it works.
Yeah. I mean, I don't write the script. I only read it, so.
Mm-hmm. It's a fun instrument. Oh, both players are ready. I didn't realize that. I'm sorry. I was giving a countdown.
Troy, you might think he's a bad commentator, but he's even a worse restreamer.
Don't make me
I
kick
apologize
you.
for that.
I will kick you.
Commentators getting a little bit steamy at each other. You might think the rivalry is between the players here, but there are more levels to this race than it may appear.
And Masushi just living down in a cave right now, as there's a lot of echoing and like metal. It sounds like, you know, like one of those little
You like
like an
that?
aluminum can is like just being banged in the background or something.
Yeah, I was playing with my mic stand. I probably shouldn't do that. It was like completely subconscious too. Like I'm just a terrible person, but
Totally professional streamer right there.
speaking of professional, Moose is so professional that he shows no mercy to Scrublord. Straight up in the prologue, 17 seconds in, he's in it, baby.
Sorry, I had to give him a bit of a handicap.
Okay. Moose has been unfair conduct and 5-yard penalty on Moose. So
It's because of the sync from last race. There we go.
you can do this. Let's save and quit from the pause menu. Anytime to take a break, you'll resume from the same screen and you will not lose any progress. Huh. That's
Good to
pretty
know.
nifty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're telling Madeline this. Does Madeline have the ability to save and quit? No.
I mean, like, if she has the ability to dash, I wouldn't be surprised if saving, making a real life save state is not out of her authority.
That'd be pretty impressive. If you could make a real life save state, where would you put it, Masushi?
Where would I put it? Oh my god, I'd do something really dumb that like I'd never do. Like just straight up like I don't know, like I just walk out in the streets and just like punch someone. See how they react, record it for my social experiment, and then load the save state to before I did that. That was
Yep.
probably the dumbest thing I've ever said.
I mean, I get the reasoning, you know, like, it's essentially no consequences because you just jump back to the time that you didn't do that.
Dude, or like you could ask someone out and then when they say no because you spend all your day playing video games and you're not attractive at all, then you can just load the save state.
Masushi,
Oh,
learning
boy.
the perils of a nerd in the high school,
So,
or whatever grade he is in.
So anyways, Moose is on old site and Scrublord's gonna be joining him soon. Wow, okay. I mean, Madeline honestly has a lot of supernatural powers when you think about it.
Yeah, we're gonna be moving through space right now.
That's crazy, dude. Have you ever thought what the game looks like from Madeline's perspective? Like, the game is 2D, but like, what if it was 3D?
I mean, at this section, I would imagine it's pretty dark right now. Like, you know, there's not a lot of lighting.
For sure. Do you think when Madeline gets a berry, does she eat it? Or does she, like, put it in her bag?
Put it in her bag because, I mean, if you're gonna eat a berry and then put it in a pie later, I don't want to think about that.
Okay. Boy, she must have a really big bag with her. Do you think that weighs her down?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I mean, she does have that bag back there. How much do you think these strawberries weigh? Like,
Ooh. We're going on to game theory levels here.
I mean, this is why we don't get any of the berries. You know, they would weigh us down. We would get
That's true.
We would get encumbered, and we'd be carrying too many berries. Our movement speed would be slowed down so much.
Yeah, no, that makes complete sense to me. Now, runners here just showing us how fast you can go when you skip the bear. I mean,
Yeah, we have no berries in our bag at all. There's like 30 or 40 berries at this point that you could have in your bag, but we just decided to not take any of them. And we're out of here at a 3:24 file timer.
I remember one of the things I actually did in this game was I attempted to calculate Madeline's height. And the way that worked out was that the game gives us real life measurements in Chapter 7, the summit, because it tells us like all the sections are 500 meters.
I remember this copy pasta.
So the goal was to measure how tall each section is in pixels, each 500-meter section, and then compare it to how tall Madeline is in pixels, and then like make a ratio.
I mean, there's a part where this falls flat, being that the entire time when you're flying during the cutscene, like flying upward in between sections, like you're not measuring that.
There are a lot of problems with it. The main problem was that in the game design, all the 500-meter sections actually are different pixels in height.
Yeah.
So because of this, I calculated as her being different heights in different areas, and I think the tallest she was like 23 feet tall.
That was probably in 0 meters.
Yeah, Madeline's very intimidating, and she's even more intimidating when she's going as fast as our runners here, who we've been neglecting for like the past 4.5 minutes, but
It's fine.
they seem to be more or less a couple seconds behind each other.
Yeah, just a few.
1 or 2. Or 3. Why not 4 at this point? Can I see 5? Are we gonna see 5 seconds? I'm not sure.
I'll calculate things. I saw a time where I could put it. Put the calculations. And yeah, it's looking to be about 5 to 10. Somewhere in there. Somewhere in that range. 5 to 10 second difference.
Mathematically proven that there's a 5 to 10 second difference.
I mean, I ain't give a proof. Just said
They
it.
did the numbers. They did the math.
The monster math.
Frog fractions?
Nah. Graveyard graph.
Scrublord is struggling in the chest section here of the huge mess. Giving Moose even more of a lead.
What was that noise?
I don't know. I think it was my chair squeaking.
Okay. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on as Mitsushi is doing other things. We got Moose. I don't know why I want to call him Moose Mitsushi right now, but we got Moose moving through in the second section now of Big Mess. Oh, not quite getting the corner boost. It's the third section, isn't it? This is the third section. I don't know my words.
It's action. That's all that really matters, right? Our runner's just gonna keep climbing the mountain. What could possibly go wrong?
For now, not much. No, we're just avoiding a bunch of ominous dust bunnies here. And ominous music going on in the background. This is clearly not a bad place to be right now.
Alright, is this my time to explain subpixels for the demo dash?
I mean, if you could fit it into the next, like, 30 seconds that we got.
Okay, so there's a 1 pixel window to go through that dust bunny here that Moose is gonna do. Is he gonna do a checkpoint list? Oh my god! Please stop!
He's giving you less time to explain these things.
Okay,
You got Scrublord.
If you tap up or down for 1 frame, you will change your height by 1/4 of a pixel. It's not a visible change. You change your subpixel. That's really cool. If you tap up or down for 2 frames, it changes your height by a full pixel. If you tap it for 3 frames, you will change it by 2 pixels. So that's how it works. Madeline kind of accelerates, but Scrublord gets it first try too. These runners, subpixels are a myth. They don't need them.
That's good to know, so you typically aren't in subpixels then.
No, I mean, as long as you're on there are 2 pixels where there's always 1 frame, regardless of your subpixel, where you can go through. But
Okay.
depending on your subpixel, there's a wider window.
Cool. Good to know.
Good to know, indeed.
So what subpixel do you want to be at for the widest window?
For the widest window, you want to be on the lowest subpixel of the second highest visible pixel.
Oh,
if
so,
that makes sense.
you want to be at 2.0 pixels. You don't want to be in 2.25 or 2.5 or anything like that.
It's 1.5 pixels is
Oh.
the exact height off of the ground. It's pretty, yeah.
Okay, got it. I'll actually try for that.
Because it rounds up to the second visible pixel, but you're actually on like the lowest sub-pixel positioning possible.
Okay. Oh, rounding up. Okay.
Yeah, there is a lot to it, let me tell you.
Cool.
Do you want like the whole rundown? Like I can explain
No,
the diagram,
that's enough.
you
That'll
know?
work out for me. But we do have Moose keeping the lead as he yet again showing us just how amazing he is at Demo Dash. He has done checkpointless the entire time throughout the tournament, and I don't think he has failed it once.
I think that like there's some unknown force in the universe that like has to balance everything out. Bad death from Scrublord there as he goes for a really, really fast strat, but that like because Moose is so good at the Demo Dash, he has to suck at the Bubs drop. You know? I think that's just how it works. But he's soaring through right now. We're chilling. Actually, no, Troy. I've asked this question to a Flare Bear before while we were commentating, but do you think when Madeline corner boosts, do you think that's like painful? Do you think she like hurts at all when she does that?
Yes.
Like the action of corner boosting? You think it's painful?
I mean, to Madeline specifically, or like any person?
Like to Madeline specifically, I'd say.
Then no.
No.
I think I watched that stream between of your commentary with Flare Bear, or I don't know where you asked it, but I remember being like a fly on the wall during that in some way. And he brought up the very good point of Madeline doesn't take fall damage, so why would the corner boost matter to her? And that makes so much sense. So yeah, Madeline, I don't think has the ability to feel pain.
Good conclusion. I like it. I like it. Speaking of things I like, Celeste. That's pretty cool. I like seeing Moose ahead, preferably outside of Chapter 5 if we can break that curse, but the lead seems to be more significant this time around in terms of the distance between these two. And Moose is gonna have actually a very good Chapter 4 split. I'm actually worried. Let me pull out my PB splits. Hold on. 1041. Very nicely done for Moose. As he enters the Forsaken Chapter 5.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Moose is on pace for you, because those first 3 chapters have always been, like, his early game is stellar. Like, being able to do checkpointless as consistently as Moose, like...
Well, what was Moose's split time on Bridge?
At the end, you said it was a 1041, I think, right?
Alright, my PB is a 1040. Wipe the sweat off. We're okay.
Oh, you beat it by 1 second. We're good.
We're good. But yeah, definitely, he's playing the early game very well. I think that's, while his final times are definitely probably subpar than what he's looking for, those early games are very strong.
Yeah. Not getting the heat this time, unfortunately.
Good recovery, though. Oh, that bubble needs to go to the right, Moose.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's Scrublord's turn to do the obnoxiously named trick. How will he do?
I mean, you gave it this name.
I was the one who perpetuated the name. I was not the one who gave it its name.
Well, whatever. Scrublord still got the yeet.
He's doing well. Oh, Moose. He's gonna have the slow cycle here, but thankfully he shouldn't eat the same death he had last time, I hope. No, he didn't. I think he learned.
I mean, I do have to ask, Millennial to Gen Zer, how are my yeets? No comment. Cool. He just left. Musushi is just gone.
I'm honestly disgusted in so many ways. Speaking of disgust, that's probably what Moose is feeling here. Probably feels his bones gyrating. I don't think that's the right word, but oh, he gets it first try. Let's go. He's on a pace now. He's on a pace. But it's gonna be Scrublord's turn because he's not even doing too bad himself. Let's see how he does. And he also gets it first try. Oh boy. Troy, do you know what's happening?
I'm still crying a little bit inside, so.
All right. Well, I hope you feel better. But we have a race here. That's what's happening.
You know, you're right. You know, I gotta get my composure. I gotta watch what's going on. But Scrublord is taking a death, so starting to get the feelings I'm getting. But yeah, it's still very close. You know, Scrublord just about to get into the mirror as Moose is on that first screen away from the mirror.
Yeah, he thankfully did not eat a death on the fall screen that we saw last run. That was very, very detrimental to his overall pace. This time he's gonna maintain it.
Scrublord taking that death though at the very end of the screen too. And so I would use the word costly here.
Yes. Quite the costly death.
And now this fall is not working out today for Scrublord. This is where he falls apart, is the 5B runs. The 5Bs.
Ooh, I like that wordplay. I like it. He doesn't go for the fast fall at the end. You can see that kind of adjustment.
That wasn't even intentional. Thank you though.
That probably wasn't intentional for Moose. A right dash instead of looks like a up left, but he's gonna recover nicely. No deaths there in that secret gauntlet room. He's chugging along, except for the Sushi room. Don't ask why this is named the Sushi room. By the way.
Yet again, your name.
The good news is that while Moose is on exceptional pace right here, I can live to breathe another day because that 14:45 split is now 3 seconds behind my 14:42 in my PB. So.
I mean, that is still a 2:33 chapter B time, chapter 5B time, and that is including the Bubs drop. That's a full chapter time right there of 2:33. That is what?
Scrublord is struggling a lot in this 5B. We've almost seen a role reversal here.
Yeah. Scrublord not able to maintain that late game that he was getting the first two races, and Moose is really just showing it off that he can have a good early and late game.
Again, we talk about Moose. I believe his worst trick so far in this league has been the lake skip. But this run is different. This run's different. He's saying Bubs drop, lake skip, demo death, and you know, like, you just make another one, and then you can make like a Fire Nation avatar joke, you know? I think.
Someone in chat's asking why it's the Musushi room. We got several people asking why it's the Musushi room.
I have to find the clip, hold on.
We'll get to that later.
We'll get to it later.
Scrublord, having a bit of trouble on the lake skip right now.
No. Okay, there he goes. Up, and away.
But seriously though, what is this pace for Moose right now? This is...
it's exceptional. It's low 29 pace if he plays a good late game.
Yeah, this is hot.
Or the late game is debatably the hardest part of the game, so we're not quite out of water. And speaking of water, fun fact, Reflection was originally going to be a water level.
Yeah.
Thankfully it was not.
Fun fact. Commentators say that fun fact way too many times in commentary.
Fun fact, Troy loves ruining all of my fun.
It's in my opinion, it is the least fun fact because of how much we talk about it.
But Moose is killing it so far, and Scrublord is killing himself, or Madeline there, I should say, as he's gonna eat a quick retry in this quick bumper room. But Moose is chugging along so far. He's doing well for himself in reflection. Some small movement mistakes, but keeping pace overall.
Taking a bit of an interesting route on that screen. That feather route was kind of different and just looked like was just adapting to wherever the bumpers were in that moment. But yeah, Moose still moving on, gonna be on still really good pace entering into the battle line boost.
How much of a one-up would it be if Moose beats the PB that Scrublord set earlier? How much of a flex is that?
I don't know. It's like, I mean, that's a quicker bop than Fledervy to TGH that happened that one time. You know, Fledervy getting a PB, TGH taking it like a few hours later. No, we're gonna have it, like, that'd be crazy if Moose were to take it the next run.
Oh, Scrublord dying on these developer-intended skips here, the ravines, I like to call them. Moose getting more of a lead than ever, but he dies there again, Scrublord. What's happening? He's losing a lot of his mojo. He's getting a lot of these punishing deaths, and he hits the bumpers. What's happening? I think he wants the checkpoint.
Yeah, he's gonna go take that checkpoint. Gonna be a little bit safer, but that's the moment when he actually is able to get through the third developer-intended hole.
Alright, Moose is still chugging on the bad line fight, though. While we've been distracted by Scrublord's difficulties, Moose has been gaining time.
Yeah.
And again, we got two things to get hype about here. This is, of course, while Scrublord has won overall the series and that extra point that comes with it, 1 point is still on the line here. You never know when that 1 point can mean all the difference in the world.
I mean, it can mean a lot of difference right now, as these players are right next to each other in the standings. And just to remind people, it was a 29... I can do math. 29...
Oh, Scrublord dying again in the battle
It was like
section.
29-30 something, right? It was like 29-3X.
29-32?
You know, I'm just gonna scroll up in chat.
34?
Hold on. Did he not write it in chat? No, he did not write what the time was in chat. He just wrote that it was by 12 seconds. That helps a lot.
Thank you, Scrublord. Very cool.
Look, someone in chat just said it 29:34. That sounds right. I thought it was in the 29:30s. So, I'm gonna go with that guy. Even though it was the only one who said it so far. I'm gonna go with that.
Shoutouts to that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Stunning.
Regardless of the ending result of this run, I'd love to talk with Moose because this looks like very good pace for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking forward to some interviewing.
But he has a summit to play, and almost getting some hiccups on that last turn of battle line, but he's gonna close out the chapter here. Alright, so listen up. Hypothetically speaking, my PB splits reflection at 2033. So if Moose splits here at 2038, that means he's on 28 pace. Right? That's how it works?
I mean, math checks out.
He would need an 820 summit to sub 29. I have no idea how doable that is for him, but those are some massive gains. That's like, I don't know how much of a grinder or hustler you are, Troy, but those are some massive gains, you know? Those aren't gains you just get. They're massive.
Do you want me to go look at the stats page and see what's going on for Moose's summits?
Yeah, go for it.
Moose's summits. Best time, 8:42.
That's a bit startling.
So yeah.
Well, let's hope he can defy expectations here.
Yeah, that he's in race scenarios. I don't know about his own ILs that he's gotten, but we do have the 8:42 that has happened in the race for him.
If he'd
In
want
a
to
race.
beat these, if he'd want to beat the run that Scrublord got about 30 minutes ago, he would need to get an 8:35 summit.
I mean, that seems doable. You know, like, if in a race you were able to get an 8:42, like, it seems doable that at some point in time you have gotten 8:30 or so.
But for now, we will just pray and attempt to not Commentators curse him as he keeps going on. Scrublord will be joining here in the summit, a point and a half behind. There's a lot of downtime, and not a lot of downtime, but a lot of time difference between these two. And I guess we are definitely hyping up Moose a lot here, but it would take a lot of mistakes for Scrublord to get back into this. You don't just really lose a minute in the summit. At least I hope not. Cool corner boost strategy from Scrublord as he keeps cruising through 500 meters. Moose running into too many difficulties so far in the 2000, well, I'm getting ahead of myself, 1000 meter section. These Dream Hypers did cost him a death last run, but fortunately he will adapt, improvise, and overcome all of the above as he proceeds to absolutely destroy the summit. As Scrublord there, I did not see what happened on the screen, but he has to retry late into this 500 meter screen, and that's going to be quite the costly death. And especially when you're this far behind, not only do you need Moose to make some very bad mistakes, very, very bad mistakes, multiple very, very bad mistakes, but you also need to play very well yourself, and that is not a good precedent to set going forward in the summit.
Did you mean precedent?
What did I say?
President.
Did I actually say that?
I'm pretty sure you said president.
Okay, well, sometimes you just need to set a good precedent, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, Moose! He runs out of stamina there. He actually recovers it very well.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone use that floor ever, but Moose is thankful that it's put in the game at this point, so. But so far, some minor difficulties, but no deaths for Moose so far.
Yeah.
He's gonna keep going. Scrublord, both of our runners hitting the badline orbs, just checkpoint separates the two. Oh, are we getting like informal sync here? That's cute. You love to see it.
Yeah. Moose is just playing very composed right now. This is some good focus from him actually doing what he needs to do.
But unfortunately, he does pick up that second berry. Oh, he took his time there. You can see that.
Well, he didn't want to. He didn't want to factor of what happened last time on that screen.
Yeah, I don't blame him for that. Especially, I think he knows he's on the pace here. I think he may or may not have the application live split opened on his desktop computer.
What is that app? I don't know that one.
I don't know either. Oh, what happened? What was that death? I looked away for a second and Moose eats a death on the second auto scroller of 2,000 meters. What happened there?
Spikes.
Okay, really, Sherlock? What? How do you hit them though? That
with
is-
Madeline's body?
Okay, thank you, Troy. Oh my god.
You're asking questions that have obvious answers. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. It shouldn't have happened, but it happened.
Troy of Athens is cancelled.
You're canceled. I'm kicking you.
Oh my god. Hopefully, though, Moose's run will not be cancelled here. I mean, of course, it looks like he does have a very nice W in the bag for him, but at this point, if I was Moose, I'd want more than a W. I'd want 2 letters. Not just a W, but a P and a B, but Scrublord is gonna take a death. A big old fat L as he fails that auto scroller there. I think I did mention the Sushi standard last run. Oh, it's Moose eating another death, but from the point of like entering 2.5k, it's like somewhere from like 350 to 4 minutes. And that would be a sub 30 run for Moose and probably a PB, but I don't know if we're gonna see the epic one-up of beating Scrublord's PB. But he's gonna get that key skip there.
The question is, will he beat his own PB? I mean, that's a bit more of a breathing room right there.
Scrublord losing stamina! That was so tense! Oh, you saw Madeline blinking red like a stoplight, but fortunately, Scrublord has the gas.
You can even drive yet. How do you know those things?
I can drive.
What age are you?
I may be 11 years old, but... Scrublord entering 2.5k as Moose here is in the last room, finishing it up. Hits the Badline Orb, and will hit it again shortly. And once he hits that one, it's all 3k from here on out. 29:34 was the time that Scrublord set in the second match.
29:54 is the time that Moose is at least trying to beat.
So I'm predicting a 29:44. In short.
Just somewhere in the middle.
However, though, climb to the summit is a tough one. We'll see if Moose has what it takes. Flag number 25. These refresh jumps going well as Scrublord is going to be entering threading the needle. He's not going to thread through that needle. He's going to hit the needle, smack on. But fortunately, we'll go out on the second try for him as Doorskip goes out once for him. But Moose also having one or two mistakes. String of one or two door skips for Scrublord. I mean, it's just one. The trick is called door skip, but there are two doors that you skip. Not sure about that one.
I mean, we'll just say if you miss one of them, it's a half a door skip, not a full one.
I see, but Moose is going full in here, out of the downdraft. Other than that one mishap in flag 22, I think. I don't know the numbers. I don't know how to count yet. They haven't taught me that yet, but...
What grade are you in?
Moose is going to be cruising. Flag number 15. He is having a very good 3k so far as Scrublord is going to touch down on flag number 26. It's Moose's game to win here. And his PB to get. Barely dashing over that one's on flag 13. Scrublord eating those refresh gems for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You feed a whole family with that one. No! He did not have the height for that one. I don't know what happened. I looked away for a second. Flag number 13 is the most punishing flag in the summit. And he eats it in the worst way possible. Ah!
My mom's home now.
Hello, Miss Troy of Athens.
She can't hear you.
Oh, okay, well, Scrublord eating a death at flag number 20. I am still in distraught after Moose's death there. Fortunately, though, not too many mishaps after that, though. Flag number 9! Stop it, Moose! Stop it!
So close to the PB, why are you doing this to us?
My computer just went into sleep mode. I can't see the screen. I see the screen now. Moose.
Your problem.
Touching in on flag number 6, soon to be flag number 5. Scrublord, flag number 14. I don't know if he did the same strat he did last one because that's a cool strat, but I was not looking away. All eyes on MooseSR as he finishes up the last screen of Celeste. You're not finishing up, but he's a bit over halfway into it, touching down on flag number 3, wall bouncing up, grabbing that feather. He's going to look for a diagonal dash through the spikes here, gets it on the first try. Very nice, and that's not a death you want to see from these runners. Dashing horizontally there in a hyper bunny hop to skip flag number 2. These refresh jumps proving vital to his success here as he climbs the mountain here, and only a couple more standing his way in flag number 1. Almost losing stamina there, but recovering quite nicely, knowing his bounds of Madeline. Hitting some walls, losing some dashes, but it looks like in the end, MooseSR is going to win out the third race and get a PB of 26:47.
What?
Congratulations.
What is that minute? What is 20?
What did I say?
You said 26:47.
So anyways, congratulations to Moose on the new world record. 29:47. And Scrublord here soon to follow suit, touching down on flag number 4 onto the feather, weaving his way, arcing his way perfectly like a parabola around those feathers. I don't know what that is. They haven't taught me that yet. Don't worry, Troy. Diagonal dash through.
I'm still very worried. You seem to be like transcending all time. Like you. I don't know what age you are anymore, and I've just grown
Well-
to accept that.
If I was Moose right now, I wish I could transcend time and redo that flag number 13 because that hurts. But ultimately, the pain here might come on Scrublord as he finishes in, clocking in about a minute later than Moose. But maybe he's still happy. I don't know. Taking the series 2-1, getting 3 points out of this confrontation. But Moose taking game number 3 commandingly.
Right, I'm just gonna look at how many deaths that is. That's a death count? That's a 9 death count right there in that run. Yeah, can we get some interviews? I mean, I would say, like, we don't have time, but, I'm not streaming in the next game, so, like, I could say that. Like, I don't know what's going on right now.
We'll try to keep it brief. First of all, hello Moose and Scrublord are joined by them in the voice chat. Scrublord, congrats on the series win, 2 games and a PB. How are you feeling about those runs and specifically the PB run?
Thank you. Oh man, that PB run felt real nice.
Oh, yeah.
I have this tendency, like when I play well, I just keep playing well throughout. So really glad I got through that. Because if I make any mistakes, it really gets to me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good to hear.
Yeah, it felt really nice.
And that momentum kind of fell off on the third game. That's where I saw Moose pick it up. How are you feeling about that 29-47 PB?
I would say, like, we don't have time, but, I'm not streaming in the next game, so, like, I could say
And,
that.
I have a
Like,
quick
I don't know
question.
what's going on.
IL records in that run. And then
3 IL records by them in the voice chat. That is incredible.
GG Scribbler. GG.
Yeah, GG man.
And I just have one question, Moose.
Yeah.
If you were to remove one flag from Summit, why would it be flag 13?
I don't think that needs more than an answer than that. Yeah. Also, I really don't like Bubstrap. Just throwing that out there.
I do not blame you for that. But anyways, I think we are extremely pressed for time. It's a match that should start right now. So we're gonna probably touch over like ASAP over to Super Mario Odyssey. Travos versus Urolmi. I hope I said their names right. Commented by. Okay, we're gonna be switching over, so the stream's gonna go offline for just a second. Stay tuned to Super Mario Odyssey coming up like right now.